Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJL Network presents another exciting edition of Fall Classic Baseball. The 1919 One and Gone tournament is on the air. We are now at Game 9. The first round of the tournament is over. We now go into the second round. We are at Forbes Field for a second round matchup between the Philadelphia Athletics and the Pittsburgh Pirates. The Athletics definitely came away with the upset of the tournament, knocking off the number 1 Cincinnati Reds in the first round. The Pirates had a pretty good matchup their own self as the Pirates here went ahead and took out the Brooklyn Robins 6-1. Athletics beat the Reds 3-2. So now we go on to Game 9 as the Athletics will play the Pirates tonight. And we shall see what happens in tonight's matchup. So hopefully you guys will enjoy some fun here as we get ready. Philip Reynolds is first to join us here at Forbes Field. Good to see you there, Phil. Hope all is well, as Al Red Sox fan likes to say. But we should have a good one today, we hope. So, if everybody is set and ready, I think it is time to play some dead ball baseball once again. So let's go. Starting pitcher for the Pittsburgh Pirates tonight, their number 2 starter, Wilbur Cooper. 19 wins, 13 losses, a save. He had a 106 whip in 1919. So once again, the fans here at Forbes Field, they are setting things up and ready to go. And let's go to the top of the first and see if the Athletics can pull off another upset. Let's find out. Leading off, you're not feeling well. Well, I hope you will feel better after watching a good game. Michael Peterson now joins us here at Forbes Field. Leading off for the Athletics is going to be the second baseman, Whitey Witt. He was 3 for 5 in the first game. We're going to use red, white, and blue dice. The Pirates do have a red P here, so we're going to use them. And they actually had blue colors as well. They didn't go to yellow and black until much later. So the Pirates are the home team, as John Haverly now joins us here at Forbes Field. Let's play some dead ball. Let's see who moves on to the next round. 62. And, the first thing I didn't do was roll for a bullpen. And that's going to be a 10. I'll keep that. And I remember it was an 18. 62 is going to be a swing and a miss, struck him out. So that's going to be the first strikeout for Wilbur Cooper. He had 106 of them in 1919. Next up for the Athletics is the third baseman, Fred Thomas. He was 1 for 5 in the first game. Cooper will pitch. And 62 again, and again, that's going to be a swing and a miss, struck him out. Second strikeout for Cooper as he gets off to a good start. And now we will see the center fielder, Tilly Walker. He was 0 for 4 in Game 1 against the Reds. Cooper will pitch. And again, a 62. Wow. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Cooper strikes out the side just like that. And 1, 2, 3 go the A's. And we go to the bottom of the first. What are the chances of rolling 3 62s in a row? But that is what happened. And that is what it is. We go to the bottom of the first. Starting pitcher for the Philadelphia Athletics tonight. Their number 2 starter, Jing Johnson. 9 wins, 15 losses at a 141 whip. And he is going to be also a beat pitcher. So we'll see what he brings to the table tonight for the Athletics. Leading off for the Pirates will be the center fielder, Carson Bigby. He was 2 for 5 in their game against the Robins. Johnson will pitch. 11, and that's, let's see, a 15. A single will be a 1-2. A 3-12 will be a walk. That's a 15. Instead, that's going to be an out, and that is going to be a ground ball to first base, and that'll be handled by George Burns. He'll take it to the bag himself, 1 down. And the next batter for the Pirates is the left fielder, Billy Southworth. He's a Hall of Famer as a manager, not a player, though. He was 2 for 3 in the first game. Mr. Moley joins us here at Forbes Field as you awake early hours in the UK. Make sure you have an excellent cup of tea for the morning. Pitch on the way, 61, and that's going to be a swing and a miss. Struck him out. First strikeout for Johnson. He had only 67 of them that year. And that will bring up a man that invented Stengelese, and that is the right fielder, Casey Stengel, Hall of Famer as a manager. Yeah, and he was not a bad player, though. 1 for 4 for the first game. Johnson will pitch. 36, and that is going to be an out, and that'll be a grounder to short. Handled easily there by Joe Dugan, and he'll throw it over to first and retire the side. 1, 2, 3, go the Bucks. No score after 1. Top of the second coming up. And leading off for the A's is going to be George Burns. No, not oh God Burns, but he will lead off. He was 2 for 4 in the game against the Reds. There are 2 George Burns in this tournament, but they are not the same person. George Burns is in first base. Cooper will pitch. Cooper, 55, and that's a 13, and Burns is going to get a triple. So George Burns will hit that one to the deep part of left field, and he's going to go to third with a 3-bagger. So a triple for George Burns as a 55, a 1 to 12 would be a double. Anything above it is a triple. Burns had 9 triples that year in 1919. So already a man on for a third. Next batter is the right fielder, Brago Roth. He was 2 for 3 in the game against the Reds. Runner on at third. They're going to play the infield back. It is early. So Cooper will pitch. 43, and that is going to be an out. And let's see what it is. And let's see here. Base, and that is a BR. It's a ground ball to third. And it says if playing in, it's an infield single. Well, actually, it goes past the runner for a single, but the infield is not in. They are going to play that back. So in this case, and here by doing that, the runner at third is going to hold. So actually, not playing the infield in actually turned out to be the best thing to do. So Roth is out on a ground out to third, and Burns holds the third, 1 away. Next up will be Joe Dugan. He's the shortstop, and he was 0 for 4 in the first game of the tournament. Cooper will pitch. 14, and that's going to be an out. And let's see what it is. And it's going to be a ground. The infield is still back. Ground out to first base. A faster average runner scores. Burns is a fast runner, and he is going to score. So Dugan's going to be out at first, but Burns will come in and cross the plate. 2 outs, but the Athletics take a 1-0 lead. So Dugan grounds out to first. He will get an RBI for that, though, and Burns will score. So 2 outs. Next up is going to be Merlin Kopp. He is in left field. He was 0 for 3 in the first game. Kopp on at the plate. 2 outs already. 1-0 Athletics here in the second. Cooper, 35, and that will be an out. And that's going to be a ground ball to second base, taken care of there by George Cutshaw. And he'll throw to first and retire the side. 1 run, 1 hit. And that will bring in a run. We go to the bottom of the second, 1-0 in favor of the Athletics. The worst team in baseball in 1919. They knocked off the World Series champs. And they're already 1-0 on the Pirates. Leading off for the Pirates in the bottom of the second will be George Cutshaw. He's at second base, and he was 2 for 4 in the first game. D. Scott Howard, the Goat Whisperer, joins us here at Forbes Field. Johnson will pitch. 43, and that is going to be an out. And it will be a ground out to second. Handled easily there by Witt. And that's out number 1. Next up for the Bucks is the third baseman, Walter Barbary. He got a home run in the first game. We only had 2 home runs in this tournament, and Barbary got one of them. He was 2 for 4 in that first game against the Robins. Johnson will pitch. 62, and that is going to be an out, and that's fly to right. Easy play there by Roth, and that will be out number 2. Next batter will be Vic Sayer. He is at first base. He was 1 for 4 in game 1 in their game against the Robins. Johnson will pitch. 16, that'll be an out, and that'll be hit. That is going to be he's a lefty. So that's going to be a ground ball to first. That'll be handled by Burns. Burns will take it to the bag himself and retire the side. 1, 2, 3, go the Bucks. 1-0 in favor of the Athletics after 2. I've really begun to enjoy Fall Classic baseball pretty much. I would like to apologize to Greg Sovon. When I first played it, I wasn't really into it. Now I understand that it plays a lot better than it really does. Doug Hunt joins us here at Forbes Field. Top of the third, leading off for the Athletics will be Cy Perkins, and he was 0 for 3 in game 1. He is the catcher. Cooper will deal. 42, that's going to be a base on balls. He'll walk. He walks Perkins, so now the Athletics have a runner on first. First walk given up by Cooper. And now we'll see the pitcher, Jing Johnson. He had a 194 average. He had 5 RBIs and a home run. And I think he's going to lay down the bunt. So he's going to go ahead and try to bunt here. So we'll see if he gets the bunt down. And his sacrifice hit rating is a 5. So a 1 to 5, he lays it down. And that is a 3 he does. And that's going to be bunted to first base. And that is a 6, however, and that instead is going to be roll 2 is a 6, then it is a pop out and roll again to see if the lead runner is doubled off. So if a 2 comes off, a 2 comes up, it's a double play. No. Johnson pops that one up to first base, and that'll be taken care of by Sayer. And he makes the catch for out number 1. Perkins gets back to first. So the bunt does not work. 1 out now. Here comes Witt. Witt is 0 for 1. Cooper. 35. That will be an out. And let's see what kind of out. And it's going to be a ground ball to the pitcher. Cy Perkins, however, referred to the white die from the original roll. If slow runner is out, second base on fielder's choice. On it says advance. Well, Perkins is an average runner, so he is going to be safe at second. The throw is going to go to first for the out on a ground ball right back to Cooper. As Perkins is an average runner, so he will make it to second base and a grounder to the pitcher. And now 2 outs, and here comes Thomas. Thomas is 0 for 1. Perkins on at second. Cooper tried to get out of a small little jam here. Here comes the pitch. 32, that will be an out, and it will be a ground out. And that's going to be grounded at the plate. That'll get picked up there by Walter Schmidt. He's got it, throws to first. It's a ground out to the catcher, and the inning is over. Nothing across except a walk. We'll go to the bottom of the third. Bottom of the third inning, leading off for the Pirates is going to be the shortstop, Zeb Terry, who was 1 for 4 in the first game for the Bucks. Johnson will pitch. 51, that's a possible strikeout, but the 7 is too high. So now it's going to be a possible error chance, and it's a possible error to the first baseman. So the first baseman for the Athletics is Burns. His error rating is a 20. It's going to be an automatic error. Don't have to roll for that. That's an automatic 1-base error, and Terry's going to be safe at first. So that's going to be an E3. And that is the first error on the Athletics. That's an automatic error. Unfortunately for Burns, his error rating is a 20, and on an error rating, on error checks, anything with the rating and lower is an error. So that's going to be an error there, and Zeb Terry will get to first. And now we'll see the catcher, Walter Schmidt. He was 2 for 4 in the first game for the Pirates. Marlon Price joins us here at Forbes Field. Bottom of the third, 1-0 Athletics. Pitch coming, 52. It's another strikeout chance. The 1-2 will be too high. The 4 will be too high. And let's see what this could be. Another error chance. And that could be an error on the second baseman and a possible 2-base error. Second baseman for the Athletics is Witt. His error rating is a 12. A 1-12, he will make an error. It's an 8, he does. That's going to be a 2-base error. So the batter will be safe at second, and Terry goes to third. So I'm going to figure he probably grabbed it and threw the ball away into the dugout, allowing the runners to move. So now it's an E4, and that is the second error on the Athletics in this inning. So now runners at second and third, and that will bring up the pitcher, Wilbur Cooper. This guy can hit, 287 average and 7 RBIs in 1919. They are going to call the infield in. Runners at second and third, 1-0 Athletics, but the Pirates look like they're putting something together. Jing Johnson, looking at his infield, has said, hey, does anybody here want to play some baseball? Johnson will pitch. 16, and that is going to be an out, possibly. And it's going to be a line out to first. It'll be a line out to the shortstop, and that's going to be out number 1. Both runners will get back. So 16, and the original die roll is a 6, so it's a line out to short. And that's out number 1. So runners get back on that. Well hit ball by Cooper, but taken care of there by Dugan. And now they'll bring up Bigby. Bigby is 0 for 1. Runners at second and third, 1 out. The infield is staying in. Pitch from Johnson. 26 against a righty. It's a single. Johnson is a righty, and that's going to be a base hit. Bigby will come through with a hit. It's going to be a base hit to center field. Zeb Terry will come in to score. Walter Schmidt, second home, a faster average runner will score. Schmidt is a slow runner. He will not score. He will hold at third, but this game is tied. Stadium cheers. Yay! RBI single by Bigby puts the Pirates on the board. So now runners at the corners with 1 out. Now they're going to switch to double play depth. The next batter is Southworth. He's 0 for 1. Yes, Michael, trust me, it took a while to get used to this. But yes, the higher the error rating, the worse the player is. The higher the range rating, the better the player is. That's how they set it up. And after playing a few games, I'm really beginning to understand it even better. Runners at the corners, 1 out, now tied at 1. Southworth will bat. Johnson trying to get out of this jam here. Fans here at Forbes Field waving all their cell phones, trying to make sure they get the next tickets. Oh, that's right. Johnson will pitch. This is 1919. 66, that's going to clear the bases as a triple. Jing Johnson put it right over the plate, and Southworth creamed it all the way into the corner in left field. Schmidt will score. Bigby will score. Southworth the third. 3-1 Pirates. Stadium cheers. Yay! Two RBI triple for Billy Southworth. He had 14 triples that year, so very capable of hitting them. Now the infield will come in again, and that will bring up Stengleese. He is 0 for 1. But now a 3-1 Pirate lead here. So now we'll see what Stengel has here, and we'll see what Johnson will pitch. 26 against a righty. It's a base hit. Johnson is a righty. It's a single, and Southworth will score. 4-1 Pirates. Stadium cheers. Yay! RBI single by Stengel. And now it's 4-1 in favor of the Bucks. And now here's Cutshaw. Cutshaw's 0 for 1. So the Athletics grabbed a 1-0 lead, and now the Pirates have definitely come here and played well. Johnson will pitch. 15, and that will be an out. And it will be a fly out to center. And Stengel's going to stay where he is. That'll be caught by Tilly Walker. And that's a second out. 2 outs. There's Barberay. Or Barber. Not sure how his name is really sounded. He's 0 for 1. Stengel on it first. Pitch. 21. And that will be an out. That'll be hit to third base. That'll get picked up there by Thomas. He's going to throw to second against Stengel, and that will end the inning. But the Pirates send up 8 players, 4 runs, 3 hits, 2 errors, 2 huge errors, and the Pirates took advantage of it. 4-1 after 3. 2 big errors by the Athletics, and the Pirates made them pay. Yeah, I picked up a whole bunch of stuff. I got a whole bunch of stuff from Play coming in, Hockey Bones coming in, History Maker Baseball coming in, and I know some of you players are not into. I know some of you guys are not into like things like other card games I play, like Marvel Champions or Arkham Horror, but I got that stuff coming in too. Top of the 4th inning, 4-1 Pirates. And Tilly Walker leads off for the A's. He's 0 for 1. Your wife was waiting for the wave. Wave! I don't know. I don't think they would do the wave in 1919. Usually you're all dressed up in a nice suit and tie, and the ladies are all dressed up in beautiful Sunday dresses. Cooper with the pitch. 43, that'll be an out, and that's fly to center field. Getting over there will be Carson Bigby. He'll make the play easily, 1 down. Next up is Burns. And Burns got a triple his first time up and scored. 1 out here. Cooper will deal. 43, and that again is an out. And that's going to be a line drive, and that will be hit right to center field. Once again, Bigby will get it, and that is out number 2. Here's Roth. Roth is 0 for 1. Cooper, they'll go ahead and pitch. 23, and that's a swing and a miss. Struck him out, and the inning is over. Nice job by Cooper. That's his 4th K, and 1, 2, 3. Go the Athletics. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. Johnson back on the mound. And it will be Vic Sayer leading off for the Pirates. He's 0 for 1. 4-1 Pirates. The winner here moves on to the next round. And they would be facing the winner of the Indians and the Braves. Johnson will pitch. 53, possible strikeout first. The 18 is high. Now that's a range play. And that's going to be that's a range play to third base. So third baseman is Thomas. His range is an 8. And he's got it. What a play by Thomas. He leaps and makes the grab. Out number one. And I'm going to call that a line out to third. So he definitely made the catch. And one down. Next batter is Terry. Terry got reached on an error his first time up. He got all the Express games from play. Yes, I got History Maker Baseball Express as well. What I also ordered from them was the all-time franchise greats. I'm not going to play a season, but I would like to play maybe an all-time franchise greats tournament, possibly. Johnson with the pitch. 23, and that's going to be out, and that's going to be grounded right back to Johnson. Johnson will handle that easily, and back to first it goes, 2 away. And now here's Schmidt. Schmidt reached on an error his first time up. Johnson will pitch. 54. That's off the 54 chart. Bases empty, wild. Fly ball left field. Roll for error rating for an error. Well, that's a fly. The left fielder is Merlin Kopp. His error rating is a 20, which is an automatic error. So if an error, now go to the exotic error chart, which I happen to have here. So the exotic error chart, and let's see what we have here. Should have that right here. Here we go. So the exotic error chart. So let's see what it is. So roll D20 again, and that's a 3. So single plus error, batter safe at second, runners advance 3 bases, but there's nobody else on there. So it's going to be a single plus an error, batter safe at second. So Walter Schmidt gets a single, and that's going to be an E7. So E7, that is the 3rd error on the Athletics. So that puts Schmidt at the second base. It'll now bring up Cooper. Cooper is 0 for 1. Schmidt on at second. Another error by the Athletics. They got 3 in the ball game. Johnson will go ahead and deal to Cooper. 21, and that will be an out. And that is going to be, he's a righty, so that's going to be a ground ball to third. Picked up there by Thomas. Over to first it goes. And the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error. 4-1 in favor of the Pirates. Also picked up second season bundle of all. Yeah, that was, I'll tell you, Play.com had some excellent daily sales. Besides what they offered, okay, they had some excellent sales. They really did. I took advantage of what I wanted from that, and that was about it. We go to the top of the 5th, 4-1 Pirates. Dugan the batter. And Joe Dugan leads off. He's 0 for 1, but he does have an RBI. Cooper will pitch. 33 base hit. Dugan will get a single as he hits that one. Right up past the pitcher and into the outfield. And Dugan is safe, so he gets a hit. He does have a chance to steal, but down 3 runs and an SPS of 9, I'm not going to send him. He'll stay put, and the batter will be Kopp. Kopp is 0 for 1. Cooper goes ahead, settles in. And let's see, that's a 32, and that will be an out. And that will be a fly out to left. Going over there, taking care of that will be Southworth, and that's the first out. Perkins is next. Perkins walked his first time up. Cooper pitches. 44 base hit for Perkins. That's a single. And it's a base hit to center field. First to third. Fast runner to third with 2 outs average. But Dugan is a slow runner. He'll hold at second base. So now runners at first and second with 1 out. And that will bring up the pitcher, Johnson. He'll bat. This is 1919, not 2019. So Dugan on at second, Perkins at first. Johnson will go ahead and pitch. Cooper sets in there and pitches. 24, and that will be an out. And it's going to be a fly out to right field. First, the second to third run with risk. Dugan, no chance. He's going to stay at second base. He does not have to run, and he won't. And that will be a fly out to right, 2 away. And now Witt. Witt is 0 for 2. Dugan on at second, Perkins on at first. Athletics down 4-1. They've not played very good defense today. Cooper will pitch. 22 and a 7. A 1-17 is a single. That's a 7. It's a base hit. But will it score? Dugan? It's a base hit to right field. Second to home assist. Oh boy. Second to home assist. So he's going to try to come to score. So Dugan's a slow roller, but it's hit to right field. Right fielder for the Pirates is Stengel. He has his throwing arm is an A3, and since it's an assist, you use the number. If it was a risk, you use the letter. So Stengel has a 1-3. A 1-3. Dugan is out. He scores. Dugan will come around and score. And let's get the rest of that. Fast batter to second. Perkins is not a fast batter. He will hold at second base. And Witt has an RBI single. It's now 4-2. So Stengel couldn't get him out at the plate. And the runners, he will move there. And now the tying run is at first. And here comes Thomas. Thomas is 0 for 2. But 2 outs here now. 4-2 ball game. Cooper in some trouble. They're going to go talk to him. And they want to say, do you want to know what your pitch count is? And Cooper says, what's a pitch count? Cooper will pitch. 53. That's a 1. And that's a 1. That's going to fall into the KD section. And that's going to be a cold strike 3 on Thomas. And the inning is over. And what a strikeout that is. That's the 5th strikeout for Cooper. And he will get a K. 1 run, 3 hits. And the Athletics will strand a couple. 4-2 now going on the bottom of the 5th. What a big-time strikeout by Cooper. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. Both pitchers are in their B column. And here comes Carson Big B, as we say. He's 1 for 2. He's got a single. Johnson will go ahead and deal. 52, possible strikeout. 13 is too high, so now it's a possible error. And that third is a possible error to third base. Third baseman is Thomas. His error rating is an 8. A 1-8, he makes an error. That's a 17. He's got it, no trouble. They'll throw it over to first for the out. As Fred Thomas says, I don't make errors over here. You guys do. 1 away. Here comes Southworth. Southworth is a Hall of Famer, but as a manager. Yeah, I think if I'm correct, I think he managed the St. Louis Cardinals to a few championships. Johnson will pitch to Southworth. 61, and that will be an out. And it will be a swing and a miss. Struck him out. That is the 2nd strikeout for Johnson. And Southworth is now 1 for 3. Here comes Stengel. Stengel 1 for 2. If he has an A0 and assist comes up, runner must go. That's right. And he's going to score. If it's an A0, if an assist comes up in a 0, it's a score. He's not going to get him out. And if it's a 6, it's an automatic out. That's just how he got the game set up. It gets more, according to Bink Tremaine and Greg Sovon, it really makes the assist ratings really come into play. And for like I said, if you run with risk, you use the letter. Assist, you always use the number. Johnson will pitch. That's why the outfielders all have letters and numbers. 25, that will be an out, and that's going to be hit to first. And taken care of by Burns. He'll make the play unassisted, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3, go the Pirates. 4-2. Athletics still very much in this game. There's a lot of things there was a lot of things I learned about Fall Classic playing this game again. And he did, when Greg Sovon passed away, Bink Tremaine did make some minor nuance changes to the system, and it was well received. They said it was actually I think they said it makes the game a little bit more increases the quality of life of the game. Top of the 6th, Tilly Walker leads off. He's 0 for 2. Plus, also, if you want to play dead ball, Fall Classic, you can play dead ball with certain seasons of the dead ball era. I hope that one day Chris Davis of Inside Pitch create some dead ball seasons. I would love to play some dead ball from it and see how it works with Inside Pitch. Cooper will pitch. 56, and that's going to be a swing and a miss. Struck a mouth. And that's the 6th strikeout for Cooper. He had 106 of them in 1919. So he's got the 6th strikeout. Here is Burns. Burns is 1 for 2, has a triple. Cooper, 24, and a hit by pitch, 1-14. And Wilbur Cooper adds 5 to that. So that makes that a 1-19. He'll hit him. That's a 5. That's the one thing I did not do well enough was the hit by pitch in the last game. So now I know to check. So he hits Burns. Ouch. And that will bring up Roth to the plate. Roth is 0 for 2. 4-2 Pirates. Top of the 6th. Winner moves on to the semifinals. Cooper will pitch. 16, and that will be an out. And he is a batter right. That's going to be a ground out to short. Double play, 6-4-3. But a weak arm at second base can't turn it. While the second baseman for the Pirates is Cutshaw, he has an average arm. He's going to turn a 6-4-3 double play and end the inning. So a nice play there by second baseman Cutshaw. Over to Terry. Back to first. 2 out, 3 outs. Inning over. So nothing across except a hit batter. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. And as far as hit by pitches, I'm not doing the 3-batter hit by pitch rule. There were probably a lot of batters that got hit by pitches back then in the day. Especially if you're Eddie Seacott ready to go ahead and throw the series. Bottom of the 6th inning, Jing Johnson will back on the mound. George Cutshaw leads off for the Bucks. He's 0 for 2. 4-2 Pirates. 23, that's going to be an out, and that's going to be popped out. And a pop fly ball to first base. That'll be in fair territory. And Burns will make the catch. Out number 1. Here comes Barbaret. Barbaret is 0 for 2. Johnson will go ahead and pitch. 63, and that is an out, and that's hit to center field, deep to center, but Tilly Walker's got plenty of room, and he'll make the catch. Out number 2. Here comes Sayer. Sayer's 0 for 2. Johnson will pitch. 46, that's off the ballpark card. No park home run for Sayer. That's an 11, and he is a lefty. And that's going to be a foul out down into third base territory. And Thomas is going to go into that foul territory there at Forbes Field, which was actually pretty big. But he's going to make the catch and retire the side. 1, 2, 3, go the Pirates. 4-2 after 6. Top of the 7th, Joe Dugan leads off. Dugan is 1 for 2. He's got a single. Pirates manager Hugo Besdick goes to talk to Cooper and says, "Hey, you're about to go. You want to go through the lineup a 4th time?" And Cooper says, "You're kidding, right?" Cooper will go ahead and he will pitch. 55, that's a 15, and that's going to be a single. Dugan will get a base hit off of that. A 1 would have been a double, a 2 to 4 be a triple, but Dugan will be happy with his second hit of the game. He'll hold it first. Not really a stealing threat. He won't go. Here's Kopp, and Kopp is 0 for 2. Dugan on it first. Cooper, he'll make the pitch. 33, and that's a walk. And now Cooper once again in trouble. And now he walks Kopp, and now runners at first and second, nobody out. That is the second walk given up by Cooper, and here comes Perkins. Perkins 1 for 1, a single and a walk. Fans here at Forbes Field getting a little antsy, but hoping Cooper can go ahead and get the job done. Cooper looks in, and he gets the sign and pitches. 25, that will be an out. And let's see, he's a righty, so that's going to be a ground ball to short. Let's see, first and second, runners will advance. So the only play is to first, and that's out number 1. So Dugan goes to third, Kopp goes to second, so they get 1 out. And the runners advance on a ground out to third. Next batter is Johnson. I don't think I would, in this case, normally he probably would bat, but in a one and gone type of tournament, you got runners at second and third. I don't think he would bat here, even though it's really early. He did face 35 batters. He's faced 26. I think the Athletics losing 4-2, and you need those runs. I'm going to take him out. Jing Johnson's going to come out of the game. So the Athletics will go to the bench. Let's see who they want to bring out here. And they're going to go with, their bench is horrible. Their bench is terrible. No wonder the Athletics are the worst team in baseball. Yeah, they were 36 and 104 that year. They're going to go ahead. They're going to go lefty on lefty, and they're going to go bring out Dick Burris. 258 average, 8 RBIs, no homers. So Dick Burris is going to come on to bat, and Johnson's going to leave with the L. So here comes Dick Burris. Runners at second and third. I don't know if you call the infield in here. I think it probably... Pirates got a pretty decent fielding team. They're down 4-2. I'm going to call the infield back. I'm going to keep the infield normal. Cooper will pitch to Burris. 43. That's going to be an out. That's going to be an out on his card, and that's going to be a ground ball to short. And if we were playing in, that would have been a single. But since we are not, runners at second and third, one scores, other second and third, one scores, other to third. The batter is out at first, 2 outs. That would have been a base hit if we called the infield in. So Dugan goes to third, comes in to score. Kopp is on third. Burris is out. But it's now 4-3. So Burris will leave the game, but now it's a 4-3 game with the tying run at third. And he'll bring up Witt. Witt is 1 for 3. He's got a single. I want to double check that card, but yeah, second and third, one scores, other to third, correct. And if playing in, infield single rule is what that is. And if you're wondering about that, I actually went ahead and found that into the charts, and I put that on my chart here, so I know that an INS means infield single if the infield is in. But we did not have the infield in. So now 4-3, so they do get the out. So here's Witt. Witt is 1 for 3. Good call by Hugo Bezdek to not bring the infield in, but Cooper has to get another out. Cooper with the pitch. 62, swing and a miss, struck him out, and the inning is over. And that is the 7th strikeout for Cooper. But 1 run for the Athletics on 1 hit and a walk. And they get closer. It is now 4-3. And we are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. As you know, I'm playing every other day, so our next game will be Thursday, so no game tomorrow. We will return on Thursday night with game number 10 of this 1919 one and gone between the number 12 Boston Braves against the number 4 Cleveland Indians. Ray Keating will be going for the Braves, and Jim Bagby will be going for the Indians. So once again, you get to see players like Rabbit Moranville and Tris Speaker. You get to see some pretty darn good players for Thursday night. Boston Braves and the Indians. That'll be game 10 of this series, and that will be Thursday night here on the network. I know Clee baseball fan, who's now joined us here at Forbes Field, should make a nice Indians game, definitely with Tris Speaker batting. Bottom of the 7th here at Forbes Field, 4-3. Got a good one here. And leading off for the Pirates is going to be Zeb Terry. He is 0 for 1, but reached on an error. Athletics need a pitcher. 3 righties coming up, so I think the Athletics will go with a righty. And coming on to pitch is going to be Scott Perry. 4 wins, 17 losses, a save, a 145 whip. Yeah, I know it's a lousy record. But remember, this is the 1919 Philadelphia Athletics. They had a record of 36-104 that year. They were horrible. They were horrible. Let's see what kind of a game he's going to have. And he's actually going to have an average day, so he'll be a B pitcher today. So Scott Perry will be a B, and Zeb Terry will bat. So Perry to Terry. Can't make it Thursday live trivia night. It's your Indians. Well, you'll catch the replay. Perry will pitch to Terry. 22, and that's a 1. That's a base hit. Terry gets a single. Wow, a 1 would be a single. A 2-4 is a walk. Anything other than that is an out. That's a 1. Terry singles off of Perry. So a leadoff hit for the Pirates. Terry gets a steal sign. The stolen base rating is a 9. Perry's got a strong arm. And Perkins an average arm. I'm not going to send Terry. I'm going to keep him at first base and now bring up Schmidt. Schmidt is 0 for 2. Actually, no, it was 1 for 2. Singled and reached on an error. Nobody out. Bottom of the 7th, 4-3 Pirates. Scott Perry will pitch. 21, that will be an out. And that's going to be a ground out to short. And it's a 6-4-3 double play unless the second baseman has a weak arm. Second baseman Witt does have a weak arm for the Athletics, so he can't turn it. So instead, it's going to be a fielder's choice. 1 out. So Terry is out at second. Schmidt will take over at first. So because Whitey Witt has a weak arm, he can't turn the double play. So a fielder's choice. So instead of 2 outs, you only get 1. And now the batter is Cooper. He's going to bat. He's a good hitter. So Schmidt on at first. 1 out here. Fans here at Forbes Field hoping for a hit. Perry, 56. And, yep, that's going to be a swing and a miss. Struck him out. He gets Cooper. Not many strikeouts from Scott Perry, only 38. But that 56 is good for a K. Struck him out. So 2 away. And now we'll see Big B. Big B is 1 for 3. Schmidt on it first. Perry will pitch. 53, possible strikeout. The 1 is definitely too high. So now it's a range play. And that's the possible infield single to the shortstop. Shortstop for the Athletics is Dugan. His range is a 3. So a 1 to 3, he'll make the play. No, that's going to be an infield single. Runners will advance only 1 base. Couldn't make the play. Dugan couldn't make the play. Just a little bit out of his reach. He charged it. It was too late. And Bigby was already at first when he grabbed it. That's Bigby's second hit of the game. And now a chance for Southworth. Southworth is 1 for 3. He had a 2 RBI triple earlier in the game. So a chance here for the Pirates to try to get some more. Fans here at Forbes Field checking their cell phones, making sure to make their phone calls to everywhere. Oh, that's right, 1919. Here comes the pitch. 15, and that will be an out. And that is going to be grounded to first base, taken care of there by Burns. Burns will go to the bag himself and retire the side, and that will do it. No runs, 2 hits for the Pirates. They still have a 4-3 lead. Cooper comes back on the mound. And we go to the top of the 8th. 4-3 Pirates. 1919, they were using their styrofoam cups. Did they have styrofoam in 1919? Would they be paper cups, maybe? Or paper, something like that? Did they have styrofoam back then? Top of the 8th. Wilbur Cooper leads off. Fred Thomas leads off for the A's. He's 0 for 3. Cooper will pitch. 51. The 11 is not a strikeout. It's a possible error. And that is a possible error on the third baseman. And that is Barbary. His error rating is a 5. So a 1 to 5, he makes an error. Barbary's got it. No trouble at all. Picks it up. Throws to first. And out number 1. Nice play by Walter Barbary. 1 down. Next up is Walker. Walker is 0 for 3. Styrofoam was not invented until 1941, so they used paper cups. Tin cans. I know they had tin cans back then. Cooper will pitch. 35. That's an out. And that is a pop fly. That's a pop out. And that's going to be pop fly ball to third. Taking over there will be Barbary. He's going to make that play again. And that's out number 2. Makes the catch in fair territory. And now Burns. Burns is 1 for 2, tripled and got hit by a pitch. Cooper, he pitches. 22, single. Cooper gets a base hit. Laces that one past the pitcher and into the outfield. So Burns is on first. Keeps the inning alive. And a chance for Brago Roth. Roth was their best hitter. Pretty much were their better hitters in 1919. He had a .323 average. So Roth's got a chance to see if he can get Burns over. 2 outs here, top of the 8th. 4-3. Pitch coming. 43, and that is going to be an out. And that's a ground ball to short. Up with it is Terry. He's got it. He's going to throw to second, actually, to get Burns. And that will do the inning. No runs and a hit for the Athletics. Down 4-3, bottom of the 8th. The Philadelphia Athletics are running out of outs. Scott Perry's going to stay on the mound, and why not? Leading off for the Pirates will be Casey Stengel, Hall of Famer, 1 for 3. Perry will go ahead, sets up now and pitches. And 21, and that is going to be a ground out to short. up with it is Dugan, and he'll make the play. First out. Next batter is Cutshaw. Cutshaw is 0 for 3. Perry gets the windup. 43, and a 1-8 is a walk. That's a 9. He will not walk him. Instead, that's going to be flied to right. And coming over is Roth, and he's got it, out number 2. 2 outs, and now Barbaret. Barbaret's 0 for 3. He got a home run for the Pirates. We only had 2 home runs in this tournament. Of course, the reason why it's known as a dead ball tournament. Perry pitches. 12. That's an out, and that's hit to center field. And Tilly Walker will come in and get it, and he will retire the side. 1, 2, 3, go the Pirates. Nice job by Scott Perry. And the Pirates lead it 4-3. But will we see some 9th inning magic? We saw some 9th inning magic a couple of nights ago. So top of the 9th, 4-3 Pirates. Cooper, he can pitch to 4 more batters before fatigue, but he's going to stay out there. And he'll be facing off first against Joe Dugan. Dugan is 2 for 3, 2 singles. So he's had a pretty good night so far. So right now the Athletics trying to beat the Pirates. Someone's going to move on to face either the Braves or the Indians. Cooper will pitch. 66, and Coot Dugan leads off with a double. Smacks that one straight past second base through the gap. It's going to roll all the way to the wall. The tying runs at second base. So Joe Dugan gets his 3rd hit of the game, a clean double, and now here's Kopp. Kopp is 0 for 2. I just don't think you put the go-ahead run on base. I think you pitched to Kopp here. Even though you're looking for a double play, but I think you pitched to Kopp. Dugan on at second. And Cooper will pitch to Kopp here. Nobody out, top of the 9th, 4-3. Cooper will go ahead, sets up against Kopp. Kopp, not really that great a hitter, but the Athletics really don't have much up in the bullpen on the bench. But they may make a play here, and why not? Kopp is what? He is the left fielder. And they're going to make a change. Kopp is going to come out of the game, and coming on to pinch hit for the Athletics is going to be Al Wingo, a 305 average, 2 RBIs. Didn't have many at-bats. He will take over in left field if this game goes any further. So Al Wingo will come on to bat. He's going to try to see if he can get Dugan to score. So here comes Al Wingo. 4-3 Pirates. Tying run at second. Cooper looks in, and now he pitches. 53, and that is a 16. That's not a strikeout. Now it's a range play. And that's going to be a range play past second. And maybe a possible error. So we'll see what happens here. Second base is a single, so we'll see what it is. Second baseman is George Cutshaw, and that's a range play. Cutshaw's range is an 11. 11 or lower, he's got it. He's got it. What a play. Runner on second, and that's going to be a good play there by Cutshaw. Throws to first. Dugan will go to third. So a heck of a play by Cutshaw. He needed to make that one, and he does. Dugan goes to third, 1 out. And that's just going to be a ground out to second. Now the infield coming in. And the batter is Perkins. And is Perkins going to bat here? David Vega and Davonine GLA join us here at Forbes Field. Dugan on at third. We're in the top of the 9th inning. Pirates lead 4-3. And the question is Perkins. He is the catcher. I have another catcher if necessary. But the thing is, you also got Perry batting after Perkins And Perry is, I think he has a batter card. Let me see. Not really a good hitter here. Perkins is the catcher. And I think they're going to let him bat because they have Ivy Griffin. They're going to save him for Perry. So Perkins is going to bat. So runner on at third, 2 outs. Runner infield is in. Dugan on at third, Cooper. He'll pitch to Perkins. Fans here at Forbes Field waving their terrible towels. Even though the Pirates were using red and blue as their colors, they didn't switch to yellow and black until later. Cooper will pitch. 14, and that is going to be an out. The infield is in. He's a base BR righty, and it's a ground ball to third base. And if playing in the infield, he holds. That's a ground ball to third, but now with the infield playing, he holds. So Dugan does not score, and Perkins is going to be out at first, 2 down. Wow. So a ground out to third, and Barbary looks at Dugan, holds him back, throws to first, 2 away. And now the last chance for the Athletics would be Scott Perry, but he's going to come out of the game, and the Athletics will go to the bench, and it's going to be Ivy Griffin, 294 average, 6 RBIs, and no homers. Cooper is not tired yet. He gets 1 more at least here. So Ivy Griffin coming in on Cooper. So Dugan held at third base, but now there are 2 outs. The fans are loud, waving those towels, flashing the cell phones, utilizing their aluminum cans of beer and whatever they didn't have in 1919. Does Cooper get the Pirates in the next round? 36, and he will. That's gonna be a line drive hit hard right to right field. But Stengel is there, puts up his glove, blop, and the ball falls into it. That's your game. The Pirates will hold on and move on to the next round. The Philadelphia Athletics are 1 and gone. Stadium cheers. Yay! No runs and a hit. The Athletics got close, but not close enough as Ivy Griffin rips a hard one. It's a line drive to right field, but that is handled easily there by Casey Stengel, and the game is over. This Athletics team was the worst team in the 1919 season, but they played hard. They knocked off the Reds. They were pretty close to knocking off the Pirates, too. Final line score coming up. The errors they had killed them, though. For the Pirates, 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors. For the Athletics, 3 runs, 7 hits, and 3 errors. The winning pitcher is Wilbur Cooper. He will go the distance. Jing Johnson takes a tough loss. And, of course, no holds or saves. So the Pittsburgh Pirates will move on into the next round, the semifinals. They will play either the Boston Braves or the Cleveland Indians. That game will be Thursday night, and it will feature Ray Keating for the Braves and Jim Bagby for the Indians. You'll get to see players like Rabbit Moranville and Tris Speaker, as those 2 teams will go after it to see who will play the Pirates in the next game. That'll be Thursday night. The Braves, and the Boston Braves, and the Cleveland Indians here on the network. Be there or be square. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out to the turnstiles. Subscribe if you've not done so, and make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you Thursday night. They raised the Jolly Roger here at Forbes Field. They beat the Athletics, the Pirates, tonight, 4-3. We'll see you guys Thursday night.